Dear students and viewers, Assalamu alaikum. We are discussing about chapter light. Today's our topic is about reflection of light. When light falls on any surface, three types of processes occurs there. Either this light will be absorbed, we can say that there will be absorption of light. Either this light can be transmitted, either this light can be reflected. When whole light will be absorbed by the substances, by any substance, we call it as absorption of light. Or we can state that when there will be no reflection of light from any surface, the process of absorption occurs there. When light goes from one medium to another medium, or when light goes through any transparent substance, we can state that it goes from one medium to another medium, or this light it bends from its path, from its straight path. This is called as transmittance of light, or we can state that light is transmitted. Another process is there in which when a light falls on any surface, it comes back. It comes back in a different direction. That particular process is known as reflection of light, or we can state that light gets reflected. Light gets reflected. Hence, this reflection can be defined as the process of sending back of light when it falls any surface of an object. The process is called रिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ लाइट. जब भी लाइट किसी सरफेस पे टकरा के वापस आएगी, इस प्रोसेस को हम क्या कहते हैं? द प्रोसेस इज नोन एज रिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ लाइट. द प्रोसेस इज नोन एज रिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ लाइट. तो यहां पे हम एक बात को जान चुके हैं कि जो ये सरफेस है जिस पे लाइट पड़ेगी, इट मस्ट बी ए रिफ्लेक्टिंग सरफेस. It must be a reflecting surface. As we saw absorption, this absorption is possible for those substances which are usually black in color, like black body, like the case of any black body. This case is possible for any that substance which is transparent. And this reflection is possible for those surfaces which are polished, or the surfaces whose one side is a reflecting surface whereas another side is silvered or another side is polished. And such case is usually seen, such cases usually very common with mirrors, or we can say spherical mirrors or plane mirrors, or it is common with all other objects whose surface is a polished surface, or whose surface is not rough, whose surface is smooth, or whose one of the surface is silvered and another surface is a reflecting surface. For that case, a substance is there, that is silver. Silver is a very good reflecting surface. That is why the substances from substances which are made up of silver, they show good reflection. Also the case of plane mirrors or plane mirror. In case of plane mirrors, one of the surface is a reflecting surface and another surface is silver or it is polished. These are also the best example of this reflecting surface. How this reflection occurs? How it occurs? Suppose there is a surface. It is one side is reflecting side and another side is a polished side. This is a polished side. This side is polished, whereas this side is reflecting side. When any ray of light or ray of visible light, it strikes on it. This ray of light is a straight line. When this ray of light, it falls on the surface, that particular ray of light which falls on any surface is called as incident ray. Incident ray. If the case will be of many rays, काफी ज़्यादा rays होंगी, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is called as beam of light. You have to know it. This is called as beam of light. लेकिन अगर वारिया rays आसन आते हैं beam of light, अगर अभी आइस तेरे के आते हैं ray of light. और use and that particular ray which falls on the surface, on the reflecting part of the substance, any substance, this is called as incident ray, and the point on which it falls, और जिस जगह पर ये पड़ेगी उस point को हम point of incidence. At this incident ray, it forms an angle with this surface at this point of incidence, and this angle is known as angle of incidence. It is usually shown by this sign, angle and small I. This ray of light, as I was telling you, that it undergoes reflection. It means it will come back into the same medium from which it gets incident on the surface, but it will come back in a different direction. And on coming back in a different direction, this particular ray is known as reflected ray. Reflected ray. This reflected ray also forms an angle with this surface, with this reflecting surface. This angle is known as angle of reflection, and it is shown by this sign of angle and small r. Another line is there which follows perpendicular on this surface, or which makes an angle of 90 degree with this reflecting surface. This is called as normal angle. Usually it is an imaginary line. It forms 90 degree with this surface, and this particular line is called as normal, or this particular plane is called as normal plane. Here what we see, that incident ray, it falls on the surface, on a reflecting surface, and it comes back, but in a different direction. This process where the light comes back from any surface after falling on it, known as reflection of light. reflection of light. And it is because of this reflection of light that we are able to see different objects of this universe, or we are able to see these colorful worlds. We are able to see different aspects of this world, different processes of this world. This reflection of light, it is followed by certain laws, or this reflection of light, it follows certain laws, or the process occurs due to certain laws. Those are known as laws of reflection. These laws are two in number. In the first law, we see that laws of reflection. Laws of reflection. In the first law, incident ray, reflected ray, and normal all lie in the same plane. पहला जो इसमें लॉ है, what it states that incident ray, reflected ray and normal all lie in the same plane. इंसिडेंट रे जो है, रिफ्लेक्टेड रे जो है और नॉर्मल जो है, इनका जो प्लान है वो सेम है. इसका मतलब ये है कि अगर हम इस सरफेस को देखें, ये वाली सरफेस है, इट इज द पॉलिश्ड सरफेस, व्हाइल एज दिस सरफेस इज द रिफ्लेक्टेड सरफेस. इंसिडेंट रे भी जो है ये रिफ्लेक्टेड सरफेस पे पड़ती है. रिफ्लेक्टेड रे जो है ये रिफ्लेक्टेड रे जो है ये इस रिफ्लेक्टिंग पार्ट ऑफ दिस सरफेस से बाहर निकलती है. इंसिडेंट रे इस सरफेस पे पड़ती है, रिफ्लेक्टेड रे इससे बाहर निकलती है. और जो नॉर्मल जो है ये भी इसी सरफेस पे पड़ता है. जो तीनों जो है इनका जो प्लान है ये क्या, ये एक ही है. या हम ऐसा भी कहेंगे, अगर हम इसी डायग्राम को मैंने अभी यहां पे बोर्ड पे बनाया, अगर हम इसको पेपर पे बनाएंगे तो हम क्या देखेंगे, all these rays, incident ray, normal ray and reflected ray, they lie on the paper, or they are in the plane, they are not out the plane. It is the first law of this process, reflection. Second law, in the second law, angle of incidence, means angle I, is equal to angle of reflection, angle R. और सेकंड वाले लॉ में हमने यही देखा कि जितना एंगल ऑफ इंसिडेंस होगा उतना ही एंगल ऑफ रिफ्लेक्शन भी होगा. अगर एंगल ऑफ इंसिडेंस it will be 30 degree, angle of reflection will also be 30 degree. If angle of incidence will be 35 degree, it will be also 35 degree. We can state that for reflection of light, angle of incidence must be equal to the angle of reflection. Now there comes a case, if angle of incidence it will form an angle of 90 degree with the reflecting surface, then this will be the direction of this incident ray. What will happen? This is direction of incident ray. According to this law of reflection, that angle of reflection will also form the same angle. Means that if angle of incidence will be 90 degree, angle of reflection will also be 90 degree. This will be the direction of this will be the incident ray. There will strike that will form 90 degree with the surface. Reflected, it will be angle of incidence. Angle of reflection will also be 90 degree. In a case where incident ray will form an angle of 90 degree, or we can say angle of incidence will be 90 degree, then reflected ray will also form angle of 90 degree, or we can state that angle of reflection will also be 90 degree. These two laws are very important for the reflection of light to take place, or we can state that reflection of light is impossible without these two laws. So आज के लिए इतना ही. It is goodbye from my side.